I think of this exactly as pretty much Coinbase in the V1 instance of just the fact that prior to them, you essentially had to figure out how to buy Bitcoin non-custodially, and there just wasn't a setup. And Coinbase, especially in its very early days, was just almost, it just had a great UX and it felt like an online brokerage. And so people who just saw Bitcoin as another asset, they're like, oh, okay, this is easy. I can just go there, I can buy Bitcoin and it will just show up in my account. And that's great for a V1 for people who are curious about the asset and, just maybe want to invest, then investigate on what that asset actually is and how to store it. And they'll figure all that later on. And even if there is anything later on, because sometimes people buy it and they don't necessarily have a really high level of conviction or thesis around it too. But even naturally, if you just don't rebalance over time and just allow yourself to DCA just from an individual or a business perspective too, it's just naturally something you're going to want to figure out as long as that's the last thing that you sell. So it's just kind of like a great V1 and there's just going to be more competition around the space because Cash App is not the only person trying to do this. They're probably going to be the one who's best at it from like kind of a merchant-based small point of sale system. But on the business to business side, like there's a bunch of other payment companies that are coming into this too. Everything from Stripe, and they're going to try to get some of this business as well.